Welcome back to Jammin' Games. I am Steven. He is Wyatt. We're watching Dan on the left playing, this is a kind of a throwback Death and Taxes build against Queen playing his usual burn. I believe Dan's on a mulligan to 5. It looked like he put 2 on the bottom there. Kind of a hard one.
He has 2 cards in hand right now, drew 1. Yep, he's on mulligan to 5.
Yeah, that's really too bad.
So game has ended.
Double giver, 1 giver attacking in here.
Mishra's Factory.
Mishra's Factory is a pretty good one. This deck list, nothing crazy. It has an Ephemerate package along with Solitudes, but it's not leaning into it like a crazy amount like some of the decks are. It's just kind of a good old honest Death and Taxes build. Unfortunately, on a mull to 5, it's kind of hard to... I
mean, wow, you are... This is... If the game plan is attack with Mishra's Factory and your giver...
on turn 3? Yeah, you're up a crick, bud. I'm sorry to tell you. So Giver of Runes is a very good card. But it not protecting itself means it's not close to Mother of Runes.
Yeah. You always like to make an argument that it gives protection from colorless.
Colorless.
But, like, I don't know if it comes up enough
I
in
will
Modern right
tell
now.
you never played against Dufek in Legacy, where he would fucking Inbringer you just to the ends of the earth. Like, you would never get past it. And it was always...
When was this, like 2
this
years ago?
This is like 5 years ago.
I don't think Eldrazi's been good in
I know.
Legacy
I'm
for
just
a while.
still upset about it.
Okay.
I'm still mad. The Doof would just get me, and I couldn't stand it. So, picking up this Goblin Guide with a Skyclave.
I mean, you're at 4 lands, 2 of them are pain lands, 1 of them doesn't tap for a color.
Yeah.
Like...
I can see an argument to start cashing these lands in, like even if you just draw more lands to play them, just because you don't have to lose some life.
Mishra's Factory's a good blocker, at least here. It's a 3/3.
Mishra's Factory is a good blocker. I think Dan...
Oh, well, here's Take a Life and Flicker. Give your opponent a 1/1.
Yep.
This comes back at end step. You give your opponent a 2/2 on the following turn.
You don't give them a 2/2.
They get a 2/2.
If they kill your thing, they get a 2/2. But I actually like getting this off the board.
I do too.
Because, yeah, Dan's not far enough ahead.
I mean, there's another Eidolon in his hand, though.
Also, you're at 8.
Here's a Goblin Guide.
Yeah.
Is there still like a spell into Eidolon? Because that's pretty brutal. It looks like there's a Lightning Helix.
There's so many cards in Queen's hand.
There's an attack for 2. Trigger. Is that a path, I think?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Man, I thought we had it fixed. All right. Picking up the block there.
Trade.
I like that. You have to kind of stabilize the board if you're Dan.
Here is Eidolon into Skewer, I think was the last card. But he opts not to cast it.
Dan didn't take damage, can't cast it.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you could have. You could tap for 3.
Yeah, I think getting the Eidolon down is more relevant.
Next turn, you get to go Helix, light up the state, or Skewer, plus if you draw another 1-drop, you get to do 1-drop. Which actually just wins the game. Like, wow.
Yeah.
The bold attack for 2.
Yeah. Well, Dan has that secret Mishra's Workshop block.
Yeah.
Where you tap it to make it a 3/3. I think he just wants to do it on camera to show everyone he knows it. Block, it's a 3/3. Everyone gets got exactly 1 time by it.
Really?
Yeah, Queen just got by it.
But I mean, here's Skewer this.
Whatever, it's still a moral victory for Dan. He got somebody with a Mishra's Factory as a 3/3 trick. It is TM.
I guess that's something that doesn't happen in Legacy because, like, the decks that play Mishra's Factory aren't good in Legacy.
Yeah, no, everybody gets got by 1 time. I think Dan's on another mull to 5.
Yeah,
it looks like he was hunting for Leyline this time.
Yeah, he has. Is that a Sentinel?
That's Esper Sentinel, yes it is. Goblin Guide. Revealing picking up a silent
I was
clearing.
like, why didn't he draw? But it's not a spell. Esper Sentinel does have conditions.
Correct. Esper Sentinel isn't just draw cards. Draw every card that you want.
I mean, he didn't play the silent clearing, which means he has 1 unknown in hand.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, creature heavy. This is poor Esper Sentinel. It is protecting nothing. So Dan is no longer mulligan, but he's just drawn. I don't know how many lands. It's a lot of lands, it seems like.
Yeah. He has at least plains, silent clearing in hand, and I think he has 1 unknown.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 now that he drew a card, but like...
Gosh.
And the creature start here is just gonna run you over.
It's kind of crazy how it's lining up, because Dan was really ready for burn spells, and Queen just doesn't have 1 of them.
I mean, here's the silent clearing.
No, it's not even silent clearing. That's Sunbaked Canyon.
Sunbaked Canyon.
Yeah.
I guess both do the same thing in this deck.
But it just means that Dan has drawn a lot of lands, like a huge number of lands.
Here's a Helix, kill the Sentinel. Are you going to pay the 1 to let him draw?
May I draw?
Nope.
Man, that's Queen. That is just petty. Give the man something. He needs cards.
I mean, Lightning Helix becomes 3 mana, kill a 1/1. Your opponent... Ephemerate, all right.
Ephemerate. Saves it. A boop. You gain 0 life, pal.
I mean, like...
Yeah. Oh. So we draw that.
Dope.
Draw Mishra's Factory.
I was like, what is going on?
It's a little bit of a mess. But Dan has drawn 5 cards from these Goblin Guides, none of them good.
He hasn't revealed a good. Maybe like he's drawn. I mean, he probably hasn't. Like he hasn't cast anything.
So the question is how much damage you need here. So yeah,
4. I guess like if it's 2, it's a 2/3. As you block the same amount of damage no matter what.
I agree.
In case there's like a weird free spell.
Yeah, that Sentinel's not going to do much this game. I like picking up a block there.
The Femrate sucks that.
It had no target.
Yeah.
But, I mean, even then, you don't get to attack with your Sentinel. Woohoo.
There's a factory.
Yeah.
It can't tap to give itself
no,
a
it can't.
buff
Not
right
this
now.
time.
Yeah.
Not this time.
Stoneforge.
Gonna go get.
Batterskull, right? It has to be Batterskull, and just hope you make it another turn.
It has to be Batterskull.
And like hope that he crashes into a Batterskull.
Yeah, the ideal draw is to have Batterskull in your hand so your opponent
Doesn't know.
But like, what are the odds your opponent forgets Batterskull exists when they're playing Burn? I sometimes do that. When I was playing humans, I'd be like, my opponent's never heard of Thali's Lieutenant in his life. He's going to get blown out by this Aether Vial. And they never do. They never do ever.
There's a bolt on the... What's it called? I forgot its name for some reason.
So I think Dan is just trying to figure out... Not Dan, excuse me. Queen's trying to figure out... Because he's got quite a few good cards in his hand. So there's Solitude on top. Is Dan going to fire this up and make some blocks?
I mean, you get to trade here, which sucks.
He does. If Dan goes to 3, I can see the Skullcrack in Queen's hand. I think Dan has to realize that 3 damage or 3 life is just too low.
Especially with like shuffling cards in your opponent's burn hand, like
even now. So if you fire up the thing and make a block, you lose a land, which means you return off of getting Solitude to do anything. Queen going with the Eidolon of the Great Rebel instead of the Skullcrack.
Solitude still doesn't do anything.
No, it doesn't.
Because you're gonna lose a life either way.
Yeah.
I think you have to throw away the land there. No, but you lose a life
from
so you go to 4.
It's kind of a bad spot. So Queen is such a master, it's unreal. Save the Skullcrack for this attack so we can push lethal through.
I mean, I think it's lethal even without the Skullcrack.
Oh, there's a Leyline of Sanctity, so Queen couldn't have used the...
Oh, okay, yeah, we are dumb.
But still, I maintain Queen is the master. Can Skullcrack target yourself? Because
no clue.
If it can... Target player Planeswalker. So he Skullcracks himself to prevent gaining life and then gets in for lethal.
Well...
Congratulations to Queen! You won a tournament for the first time.
Okay.
Just Queen. Queen's won a ton of these. Thank you so much for watching. Come into one of our events. We'd love to see you, and we'll see you next time. Stop.